says like, no, I don't agree with you, let's talk about it. But instead it would turn into that's what I heard in my head. I'm so sorry, Hallie. I'm so sorry.
That's what you hear?
Yeah.
When you talk, I hear wah, 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 like that. The way your brain works just astonishes me.
This is great. You need to figure out all your issues. There's going to be some that are never going away. You just got to work with that. Hallie.
Wait, what?
And you go to work. You work on some spreadsheets, you come home, and you don't get to spread the sheets, then that sucks.
Do you mean spread the cheeks?
We went to Hawaii. We wanted to go to Hawaii for our honeymoon, but we couldn't afford it at the time, so we decided to wait 1 year. And guys, we were not in a good place. We thought we were in a good place, but we had a really tough conversation. The kid who always asks why about every single thing that won't leave you alone until they get the exact answer they're looking for. I'm that kid.
Oh, I know. I know that.
And
I feel like you wake up every day and choose to bother me. Every day.
the problems just disappear.
No, I'm not done laughing. Oh, yeah. No.
Marriage and myths that exist in the marriages that we are in.
Which you might, the marriage is, plural.
Yeah, there's multiple marriages going on, not with us.
This week, we're busting marriage myths. Like happy couples never fight, kids will bring you closer, and marriage kills romance. We'll share what's real, what's not, and what actually makes relationships work. Let's get into this half-past crew.
This episode is sponsored by Autonomy. More on them later. Welcome to
Half-past John.
Guys, welcome back to another episode of Half Past Joe. We're your hosts. My name is K2.
My name is Hallie.
If you can't already tell, we are a married interracial couple, and that's what we talk about on this podcast. We talk about being an interracial couple. We talk about relationships in general, and we get questions from you because you guys go to www.halfpastchai.com where you submit your own questions and stories. We release new podcast episodes every single Monday at 7 a.m. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, like this video, and you have to comment. Commenting really helps the community engage with each other. If you're on Spotify or Apple Podcast, you can give us 5 stars, and you can follow the podcast because then you'll be notified at 7 a.m. when we upload. We also are going to start uploading within the week on top of the podcast, just like vlogs, just about us, and then that's even going to be better. So you got to subscribe to YouTube no matter what. So settle in. Get cozy and grab your cha.
Guys, we're recording at night. Can you see that?
It's been a long time. We haven't recorded at night literally since we quit our jobs. Because like we would usually go to work and then film at night. And so recently we've been just filming during the day because that's our job kind of technically a little bit.
Our job is yapping. And guys, we said, you know what? The people deserve us to do a night episode because we are a little bit crazier. We're a little bit looser at night. We're a little crazy.
I like night episodes because I feel like we're a little loopy.
Oh yeah.
It's just a good time for you and me. So enjoy.
Yeah, for all of us.
Enjoy.
It's a great time here at Half Past Cha. Guys, happy Monday. Thank you for choosing to spend whatever day you're listening to this with us. We greatly appreciate it. We love you, Half Past Crew. I think this is going to be a really fun episode.
All about marriage and myths that exist in the marriages that we are in.
Which you might, the marriage is, plural.
Yeah, there's multiple marriages going on. Not with us, but with like people. Like everybody's married. A lot of people are.
And guys, okay, listen, we're not the marriage experts. We've not been married for the longest time. We'll actually have been married 4 years in a month, which is crazy.
And this episode's also for people who aren't married because a lot of people who aren't married think that these things are true.
Oh.
So if you're listening, make sure you stick around till the very end because we got some good myths for you.
We got lots of myths. Isn't that just like a fun word?
Yeah,
It doesn't roll off the tongue easily.
Myth number 1. Here we go. Once you're married, everything gets easier. The problems just disappear.
No, I'm not done laughing. Oh yeah. Okay. No. Everything gets way effing worse.
All right, you don't have to laugh that much. It doesn't get better. I think for us, it was hard, difficult. It was there. I think we struggled for the first year of marriage.
I used to think that when we were dating / engaged, marriage isn't going to be that different. I feel like we're married now. I used to tell people that. And that's crazy. That's laughable.
And we didn't even live together, by the way.
We didn't. So. But I thought, man, we've been through the ringer. We've been through a lot of things together. We're strong. We can persevere. We have been through things. Oh, I thought we were so unique. We've been through hard challenges that nobody else has been through ever. And we're so strong and we're so amazing. Wrong.
Very wrong.
Wrong, guys. Marriage is freaking hard. And I don't know if it's just because maybe living together and also like knowing that you can't leave each other, like you're stuck together.
I guess it's not that, Hallie.
It's not, but like you got to make it work because for us, divorce is not in the cards. Like it's not happening.
But like the other aspect of it is you feel like you're obligated. You have a different obligation in life. I mean, as a boyfriend, girlfriend, yes, you have the same obligations, but when you're married, it's a whole nother level, right? You have to learn to be with each other all the time, support each other. And that sounds easy. It sounds awesome, especially when you're in those early stages of your relationship, or if you're not married, or if you're in a long distance relationship and you're looking forward to marriage because then you'll be together all the time. Guess what? That causes a lot of problems sometimes.
Also, when you get married, you're not just marrying the person, you're marrying the family. And I'm not saying that's caused a wrench for us. It's not thrown a wrench in the plans for us. However, there's a lot more to consider than just being boyfriend, girlfriend, because when you're married, like you really do have to consider family for sure. So like you do have more obligations and more responsibilities there. Again, not saying that's caused a problem for us, but at the same time, like there is so much more to think about. So like marriage is high stakes, guys.
It is.
Marriage is pretty high stakes. And your problems don't just go away. Anything, and this will kind of go along with one that we have later on, but everything just kind of gets amplified. So like, would you say that it is the official title of getting married and like the quote responsibilities that come with that? Or is it that we started living together and we're like, oh, this is hard, merging our lives and figuring things out because we both have very different ways of doing things.
I think living together is one aspect of marriage, but also a lot of people now, like they lived together before, but getting married will fix everything, even if they live together. So the marriage aspect of it has its own weight to it, I think.
You're going to probably say the same thing as me, but I want to ask you anyways. What is one problem that we had before our marriage that has only gotten worse and persisted in our marriage?
Is it my money problem?
Yes.
There we go. It didn't go away.
Just because you get married doesn't mean that your problems go away.
Yeah.
It does not get easier. Maybe for some it does, but I doubt it. I would love to meet somebody who says marriage is easy and just pick their brain for a little bit, because there's no way. And that kind of moves into the next one that we have. Myth number 2, happy couples never fight.
I think the happiest couples fight.
Can you feel my eye roll through the mic?
I think we need to fight once in a while.
You do?
It makes us closer.
Yeah.
Hallie is really into fighting. She's really
I'm not.
She's really into the I want to get angry part of things.
Am I?
Yeah.
Explain.
You're like, let me just bother Sakatu today. And
I feel like you wake up every day and choose to bother me. Every day. Hallie looks like she's in a good mood. Let's piss her off today. Let's do it. She's been too happy for too long. Let's mess it up a little bit.
It's funny because I think there are days where I wake up happy and you don't. So then you try and bring me down.
Oh, you think that?
And then there are days where I think you're happy and I think I do bring you down.
You do.
And it's a very rare occasion that we're both just like happy. It is rare. And I don't know what it is. I think it could be a lot of things. It could be about your week. It could be something happened the other day. It could be whatever. When we don't wake up on the same page, it is very, very hard to get back on the same page. We waste like how many hours trying to get back on the same page?
Well,
a couple dang hours.
A couple dang hours?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
We're talking about this and that. And by the end of it, it's like, what were we upset about? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Usually, yeah, it is. It's not something that we're upset about at each other, but it's something Like, I need to talk about this because I'm mad about it, and you need to talk about this because you're mad about it. And then it just kind of starts to weigh the other down because you're kind of beating a dead horse. But I want you to be supportive of me, but you're like, okay, let's just like stop talking about it now. That's not, and then that makes me more angry, and then that makes you more angry, and then it like doesn't work out for anybody.
Okay, well, we need to fix that.
We do?
Yeah.
Well, okay, question though. Do you think it's normal to not fight?
It is normal to fight. It's normal to fight. The reason is we are different people, and
we should celebrate that.
we should be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have your opinions and I have mine, and that's okay.
I want to know, like, the people who don't fight, because I know there's a ton of couples out there that are like, oh, we don't fight.
How?
I just want to know, like, what
are
do you guys
happy?
do? Like, what do you do with your free time?
No, okay, not what do you do with your free time, but like, do you honestly in your relationship with your significant other, are you very similar? Do you just are you non-confrontational? What is the deal? Because I thought for the first 6 months of our relationship, oh, we're perfect, which we are perfect for each other. Granted, we still argue.
Yeah.
And I don't think, are you comfortable sharing your opinions to your significant other? I need to know details, okay? If you're somebody that doesn't argue with your life partner, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of healthy, at least to have conversations.
Get it out there.
Yeah, and to have conversations and have passionate arguments. I don't know. I mean, you can express your feelings about something you care about, and I can express my feelings about something I care about. And at the end of the day, we still love each other because we're choosing to love the opinions of that other person and how they think and their differences that they bring to the relationship. I don't want somebody the exact same as me, or somebody that will just be like, yep, oh yeah, you're right. Instead, you can be like, well, actually, like, have you thought about it this way?
Or what about a relationship where if an argument happens, both people just go their separate ways and they just don't talk about it?
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, that's why I'm asking, are you guys non-confrontational or what?
I couldn't handle non-confrontational. You know me.
Yeah. I used to be that way. And then you would just drive me crazy that I was like, you know what? I will tell you how I feel and I'm going to blow up about it and I'm going to be mad.
I was that kid that, you know, the kid who always asks why about every single thing, that won't leave you alone until they get the exact answer they're looking for. I'm that kid.
Oh, I know. I know that.
I will keep asking you the same question.
I want everybody who listens to this podcast to know that.
Yeah. Good. They all know now.
Yeah, to know that he will not let you rest. He will not give you a break. But you know what? Honestly, sometimes it's a good thing. Yeah. So I applaud you.
Thank you. Myth number 3 is your partner should be your everything.
Oh.
This is a dangerous one because sometimes people can get into a marriage and that's all they ever know. Like, they don't ever see anything but that person. This can happen in a lot of different ways. Sometimes when somebody gets married, they might move somewhere away from their friends. They don't want to make new friends. All these things can happen. And then you start to only focus on your partner. And then that's all you have. And then you become sad.
This is kind of a lesson. I don't love admitting this, but I think for a long time, we honestly both kind of did that to each other. Expected you to be everything and expected me to be everything. And that's just not realistic. I can't expect you to be my girl best friend, to be my husband, to be my business partner, to be my therapist, to be my like somebody to run an exercise with me. Like, that's not fair to put those expectations on you. And in any relationship, you can't do that. You can't expect that out of somebody because that just puts the expectation on them to be able to be all these things for you and to be, quote, perfect. And then that also isolates you, right? Because you're like, oh, well, I don't need to go to therapy because my boyfriend listens to me and like he gives me good advice. Okay, he gives you very biased advice. He gives you advice based off of what he knows. And like, if you went to an actual therapist who's a third party who doesn't know anything about your personal life, then like that would be a lot more beneficial. And then you're going to say no to going out for social things like, oh, well, like I already have all the friends I need and I have my boyfriend or whatever. Like, I've met people who do that. Like, that is not okay.
I'm going to give an example of moving out of your parents' house for this one. a lot of people become their own person after they move out of their parents' house. Your parents have so much influence on you when you're growing up, and you are kind of their double. Like you have the same thoughts as them, you believe what they believe in. But the second you go to college, the second you get out of the house, move out for your own job, whatever it is, you start to like develop thoughts of your own and become your own person. You might have different beliefs than them. You might start to have different ideas about how life should work. You might think that you don't need to be making thousands of dollars like they want you to make. You might start to like very focus on some of the creative stuff that you're really passionate about. You don't get a chance to think about these things when your environment is just one thing. Same with this. When your partner is all you have, that's your only environment, you start to lose yourself. And that's dangerous.
Yeah, that is very dangerous. Again, I feel like we maybe slightly started to go down that, and then we realized and we are like, oh my God, we can't do this. No, 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 no. I'm prioritizing me spending time alone, spending time with my friends, spending time with my mom, or like whatever. And then you doing the same, because people don't talk enough about spending alone time together, especially it's hard for us guys. I will not lie to you, because we work together now 24/7. So we have to make intentional time to not spend time with each other and to actually go do our own things that make us happy, and to not be constantly prioritizing the other person, because where does that leave room for you? It doesn't. And that's not fair to you or to your partner. So make sure that you do not place all the emphasis on your significant other, because they can't be everything, and your expectations will be too high, and then there will be disappointment, and it's just not fair to anyone.
I like this myth because it's important to recognize. Moving on to myth number 4, Hallie, what is it?
Date nights fix everything.
That's what I thought, to be honest. I was like, oh my gosh, she's very sad. Let me just do date night. And it's a solution. Boom, boom, pow. But it's not. You have to be happy first, I feel like. It's like you can go to date night, but you could be unhappy. Like, it doesn't fix anything.
You know, that TikTok we saw today? Like, literally, so the text on the screen was like, literally the worst time for us to get in an argument. We're not taking any photos. And it was this couple, and they were pissed off at each other, and they're at the Eiffel Tower. And they're like, guess we're not taking any photos.
Yeah, that is it. Like, you could be, this is one personal example that I'll give. It was our 1-year anniversary. It's supposed to be the happiest time of our whole life.
See, that's the expectation too. Is like, oh, it should be perfect.
I know. And we went to Hawaii. We wanted to go to Hawaii for our honeymoon, but we couldn't afford it at the time. So we decided to wait 1 year and do it a year later during our 1-year anniversary. So we were in Hawaii, and guys, we were not in a good place. We thought we were in a good place, but we had a really tough conversation at that trip. We were just lost in general in terms of our relationship. We were like, what are we doing? Like, I don't think we fully were happy with how not just the relationship going, but our lives were going. We were confused at work. We were confused in our personal lives. We weren't spending time with others like we wanted to. And I think we really got lost for a minute. And this was like 1 year. This is what I'm talking about. Like 1 year into our marriage, like it was hard to figure things out. We were arguing all the time. We were having fights every other day, and it was not easy. But we had this trip planned. So we went, and we literally spent most of it just talking. Like, we talked about the deepest things, and it helped a ton, but it wasn't like the most fun trip in the world. You can go back and watch the vlog. Like, we made 2 vlogs from the Hawaii trip. You can go watch, and it looks like we're super happy, which we were to do the things that we were doing. But when we went back to that hotel room, like, we were just talking about problems that we were having and how to fix them.
At least we came to solutions. Mm-hmm. That's the biggest thing. But I will always remember the Hawaii trip as not the best trip. It was, obviously gorgeous in Hawaii, but I will remember the hard conversations we had, but at least we had a solution from them. But point being is that date nights don't fix your problems. Just because your partner is upset doesn't mean you can just take them on a trip to try and impress them and to try and win them back and to try and show them your love for them, and like it doesn't work that way, because if you don't address the problem, like if we wouldn't have had those conversations in Hawaii, then we would not be here today for sure, because we would be here. Okay, I'm not saying that sounded really dramatic, but I'm just saying I feel like those were the hardest conversations that we had at that time, at that point in our entire relationship for the last 7 years prior. And if we wouldn't have had those, I feel like it wouldn't have opened up the door for us to have other conversations later on. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it was really good and really beneficial.
It was really good. It was much needed, because after we had those conversations, we really started to change the way we lived together more intentionally. We were just starting to get happier in general after that. It took a while. It wasn't like, boom, we had the conversation, flip a switch and boom, you're done. But took some work afterwards.
Well, yeah, and I think that just goes to show how much effort a serious relationship is. It is not easy. It is so hard. Marriage is hard. Any relationship is really hard. And you have to be willing to put in the work if you want it to be successful. You can't just expect it to go well. And that was a lot of the conversation that we had, is that I don't feel like you're doing this. I don't feel like you're doing that. And we need to figure out how to put in effort both for ourselves and for each other, because right now neither one of us really feels prioritized. And I just don't feel like our relationship is working. This first year of marriage, I thought was going to be so different, and it was just so challenging. And there were so many things that just started coming up left and right, and new situations that you have to learn how to navigate and manage together. And it is just complicated. At least it was for us.
Yeah, it was. But we figured it out.
Here we are.
So
we hadn't started this podcast yet, which is crazy.
Yeah.
That was
I feel like this podcast helped a lot.
That was like 5 months before we started the podcast.
That's crazy.
Oh my gosh. No, this has helped us so much, you guys. Like, it's crazy. It's been so good for us just to, I don't know, challenge us to think about different things and talk about each other's perspective. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. And air out our secrets. I don't know.
To the world. Great idea.
I hope this helps you, everybody. We love you. Yeah. We love you a lot.
All right. Myth number 5 is marriage kills romance.
That's a lie. Debunked.
You see this in movies, right?
Yeah, we were just watching Date Night.
We were just watching Date Night. And in the movie, it's like the woman's about to get into bed and what is it? Steve Carell wants some. He wants a little bit of something. And so she starts to be like, okay, no, I'll do it. And then takes out a retainer and there's spit everywhere. And it's just disgusting. And so I think a lot of times in movies and stuff, it is depicted as marriage is icky. You're old and you're disgusting and you're pretty boring.
I hate when people do that. I hate that. I hate when people think marriage is boring.
It's you that's boring. It's not marriage. It's you.
Yeah,
your fault.
If your marriage is boring, like, guys, come on, what are you doing?
Yeah, I need you all to like
spice it up.
Go buy some chains.
Well, no.
Lock each other in a room and see if you can get out. Escape room at home.
At home escape room.
Exactly.
Hey, that's a free. We should do that. It's free.
Yeah, we can buy small keys, swallow them, see if we can get them out.
Swallow them. Bro, you can't even swallow a pill.
I really can't.
No, that would literally, oh my God.
But
we're going to David Blaine it.
I really don't think that marriage kills romance unless you kill it first. Like, you kill it.
You take a shovel and you just, you just bury that thing.
You got to really be intentional and try new things. Don't just get stuck in the routine. I think the biggest thing is you really have to be passionate about what you're doing in life. A lot of people, the reason that people think marriage kills romance is because like they're just living the same day over and over and over again, and that bleeds into your personal life.
It's easy to do that. Just want to point that out.
It is. It's very easy. I mean, if you're going to work, let's say you're an accountant and you go to work, you work on some spreadsheets, come home, and you don't get to spread the sheets, then that sucks.
Do you mean spread the cheeks? All right, everybody. All right. Point being, try next.
Damn. We got to cut this all out.
No.
Unfortunately. Or it's just going to be bleeped. I'm so sorry. You got to subscribe to our personal, what is it?
Not that we've done it. I just want to point that out. We haven't done that.
They're not going to know what we're talking about.
I just want to make it abundantly clear. We don't do that. But it's not wrong if you do. But we just aren't into it.
Subscribe to our Instagram if you want to find out what we just said. We're going to move on to the rest after a word from our sponsor. This podcast is sponsored by Autonomy. Autonomy is on a mission to build the healthiest group of South Asians in the world through life-changing body and health transformations. Nathan has been specifically working with South Asians all around the world for 7 years now and has mastered understanding the South Asian body, culture, and lifestyle. A lot of our diet as South Asians is sometimes really hard to work with when it comes to lifting, bodybuilding, all of these things. And Nathan does a great job of kind of working with that diet and forcing you to really focus on what you're eating and building muscle. You can get South Asian specific coaching with Autonomy and be a part of the healthiest generation of South Asians yet. Link is in the description below if you want to book a call with Autonomy. Now that we've gone through 5 myths, we're on number 6. Hallie, what is number 6?
This is the biggest one of all. Kids will bring you closer. This is the biggest lie.
We can't really speak on this, right? We don't have kids, so.
Oh gosh, I'm so glad.
We've never thought this ever. We would never think that kids would make us closer. Like, I don't know who came up with this fact that thinks that they're a fact, but it's not a fact. I think kids can really make or break a marriage. I really do think that if you are not on good terms, if you haven't figured your stuff out and then you have a kid, I think that's gonna mess some stuff up.
I mean, you have to have such strong roots and strongly rooted relationship to have children because it's not just you two anymore. Then you bring another life into the world, guys. That sounds so scary to me. I could not do that. I'm 20. How old am I? I'm 26.
You two will walk into a building and you're going to walk out with 3 of you.
Oh my gosh. Literally, that's like the craziest thing is, okay, you walk in, it's me and you, and then I push out baby, and then it's 3, and we're like, what do we do?
Isn't it crazy that you'll just make another human?
There's like a bun in me.
Crazy.
A little like ciabatta roll.
Woo! Well, before we get to that, I don't know. Let's talk about kids bringing you closer. It can happen. It can make you a better couple in general, but I think the majority of the time you have to focus on yourselves before you think about kids. Like, you need to figure out all your issues. There's going to be some that are never going away. You just got to work with that. Hallie.
Wait, what?
There are things that you just can't fix, and that's okay, but you got to be able to work together and live with that. When you bring kids in, you just have to really focus on how to work as a team, and you two are against this child. This child doesn't matter. It's just you two, you're against it.
Shut up. You shut up.
You shut up.
You shut up.
Yeah, you really do have to like figure your stuff out before having kids. And I think I've seen a lot of parents who start to lose their mind a little bit if they don't have
Law and order.
Yeah. I want, whenever we are ready for kids, I hope that we are on the same page on everything, most things.
See, here's the thing is will we ever feel ready? Everyone says you'll never feel ready.
No, you won't.
That's horrifying. Okay, well, if I don't feel ready, I don't feel like I should do it. I don't feel like I should be a mom if I'm not ready.
Well, we have a surprise, everybody. I'm just kidding.
I feel like I would know that, and you wouldn't know that. I don't know. All I have to say is, if you're a parent, you're doing the thing. You're amazing. I could not do it, at least not at this time. So I applaud you. Especially if you are like working and gosh, I don't know how people do it. I really don't. There were so many people that I used to work with. They had like 1, 2, 3, 4 kids, and I just am in awe. I was in awe every time we'd talk about their family life and like, how do you do this? I literally feel like I'm treading water right now. Like, my head's just above water. I cannot imagine bringing a child into this, and I don't feel like it would be fair either because I'm not ready, right? And but I feel like once you have a baby, like, you got to be ready.
Yeah.
Like, it just happens. I don't know, guys. Gosh, it is so scary. But I applaud all the parents out there. You're doing an amazing job. Because we could never. We're too. I don't know. We'll
figure it out someday.
Yeah.
Myth number 7: you have to share everything. Sharing is not caring in marriage.
But don't we like share everything?
We do not share everything.
You literally say, I'll say, oh, can you go get my whatever? And you're like, I'll get our Laptop.
We
You do say that. Don't even lie.
we don't share everything, as in the things that we do. There are certain things that we have to do separately. This goes back to like your partner shouldn't be your everything. So that's what I'm saying is like I don't think you should share everything in terms of you shouldn't have the same friends. You shouldn't have like there are going to be times where you have the same friends. That's awesome. It's great. You hang out with them, but you should have separate friends too. You should have separate routines sometimes. Like I have a specific routine that does not work for Hallie. Hallie does not, it doesn't work.
What's that? What's the routine?
The routine is me waking up way earlier than you, and I gotta go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And then I have my protein that Hallie cannot have early in the morning, and then I can't eat anything. Like I'm not a person that can just like eat immediately after waking up.
Okay, so there's a difference because if I were to just lift in the morning and not run, I could have protein too, for sure. But something about it, like when it sits in my stomach and it's like vanilla milkshake flavor first thing in the morning, and it's like thick and it's clumpy. I can't.
Other than that, like I like to shower in the morning as well, like immediately
after you poop.
It just like there are certain things that we just, especially our weekend routines, like we're pretty separate on those as well.
Can we not share the same toothbrush anymore?
No, we can't.
Oh, honey,
we would never do such a thing.
But
there's just things that you just can't do everything, okay? You just need to like live separate lives sometimes, especially on the weekend.
Do we do a good job of that?
Not all the time, but we try. Especially on F1 days. Don't bother me on F1 days. There's an F1 race, I'm clocked out. Okay? Yeah. No bothering to K2 on F1 days.
Okay, let's bring it back a little bit. There are some things that I don't want you to bother me on.
I'm out of the house at that point. I'm out of the house.
What are you talking about? No, literally, I have like 2 YouTube channels that I want to watch in peace.
Okay, then I'm out of the house.
They release new videos once a week, Friday and Saturday. And every time I sit and I watch my video, you plop yourself on the couch and you're like, Hallie, look at this. I gotta show you something. Blah, 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 blah. You can't just let me watch.
I have a solution.
Peace.
I have a solution. We should get 2 separate couches. I think we should get 2 separate couches and then 2 separate TVs on the same wall. And then we get 2 separate speakers.
The way your brain works just astonishes me.
This is great. You should not have to share everything in marriage. Okay.
Don't do it. I don't
Number
recommend.
8, in-laws will always be a nightmare.
No.
This is very not true for us. Our in-laws are fantastic.
They told us to say that. I'm just kidding.
They're actually behind this camera right now, and you don't want to know what's happening.
But no, seriously. They have Sylvie.
I think a lot of times, especially at work, everybody's like, we're spending Christmas at the in-laws. It's the end of the world. Just like a lot of times, especially in movies, at work.
It's in movies. They always over dramatize everything in movies, guys.
I feel like the significant other, like, so my in-laws, like we love hanging out with each other's parents, and it's not a nightmare. So I think this is definitely a myth for a lot of people.
Not all. Remember the Reddit episode we did?
I guess it depends on the situation. Sometimes it could be a nightmare if you're living with your in-laws. Maybe that's it. I think one of the biggest things is that it was tough to be with my parents all the time when I was living with them. But the second I moved out, like it was, I enjoy like me going to see them once or twice a week. Like it's like, oh my gosh, like hey.
Wait, you're literally looking at me. You're doing side eye to me as you're saying this.
What's up, guys? If they watch this, I am dead. So
no, it's funny because our parents tell us every single time we see them, you can live with us. Sell your house and live with us. And we're like, oh no, guys, we love you so much, but no.
That would save a lot of money. I would consider it for the money.
You would?
No. Number 9. Myth number 9 is good marriages don't need therapy.
Lie.
This is our therapy.
Yeah.
And if we didn't have this, we would kill each other.
No.
There's things that
Let's reel it back.
there are things that we would never talk about if it weren't for this podcast.
Really? I feel
We
like
would've,
we
like,
talk about everything.
For
though.
example, we would never bring up that Hawaii trip ever just cuz. We would never.
Really? I feel like I bring it
When
up.
is the last time we talked about the Hawaii trip?
I think about it all the time.
Well, we haven't brought it. You see what I'm talking about? You think about it. You don't bring it up. We haven't talked about the Hawaii trip since, I would say, 3 years ago, which is when we freaking went on the trip.
It was like maybe 6 months ago.
I don't remember talking about it. Well, it doesn't come up often. So that's what I'm talking about is like therapy. It doesn't have to be like you going to a therapist. It could be talking about your relationship together. That's a form of therapy. Just like making sure you guys are on the same page. But having a therapist is even better.
A professional. We are not professionals.
Yeah. That brings us to our next sponsor, BetterHelp. I'm just kidding.
Oh, BetterHelp. We need
we
therapy.
always hear them as like a sponsor to podcast. So if you ever want to hook us up, let me know.
If you know somebody.
Let us know. But I do think that it's important to get some kind of help. We went through marriage counseling before we got married. And
Premarital counseling.
Fantastic. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It just challenged us to think about a lot of things in different perspectives and also consider heavily, which we don't really think about too often, but just how different we grew up and our different perspectives on the world. And that was something that we really thought about and kind of learned about each other during that, and then have really started to apply ever since that. So I think it was really beneficial. And I kind of wish, like, not that we have any massive, overwhelming problems now, but I've talked about for a long time, like, would you, this is a conversation that I think a lot of people are afraid to have to their partner. Would you be willing to go to couples counseling? Would you want to go see a couples therapist? And
I got some things to say.
And okay, well, I actually asked you this like 6 months ago when we were really kind of in the depths of figuring things out and things were hard again. And we were like, we were just tired and stressed all the time. And I was going to therapy at that time just because it was really helpful for me because I was going through a lot and trying to figure out this new change and everything. And I kind of talked just about like, this is what I'm feeling. Like some of our problems are this. And she was like, oh, would you ever consider couples therapy? I was like, I mean, yeah, I'm not opposed to it at all. And she said, would he? And I was like, yeah, like no doubt in my mind that you would be open to it. And you definitely were. We just never got around to doing it.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because it was the time where we were kind of like leaving our jobs and our jobs kind of provided the therapy.
It was
nice. It was a really good, gig going on there, but we'll have to figure out another situation, another way to do that at some point.
Yeah, because I would be totally open to that because again, guys, we are not professionals at anything except yapping. And I think especially since we're navigating a new change now, and that's what I said back then, obviously there's so many things happening, and because we do everything together, these are unknown waters. These are new challenges that we've never encountered before, and we don't know how to handle them. We don't know anybody who can help us handle them. So besides seeking help from a professional, which I would really enjoy doing at some point, I think that would be really beneficial for the both of us.
You don't have to have problems to go to a therapist.
You don't. And it's not, I feel like there's such a negative stigma around therapy in general.
Watch the show Shrinking.
Yeah.
It's a great show.
Speaking of a negative stigma around therapy, guys, I'm running the New York City Marathon. I'm fundraising for Therapists Beyond Borders. I believe that mental health care should be accessible to everyone around the world, no matter what. And they are doing really, really, really amazing work to support that cause and that mission. So please, if you have not already, check out the link down below. It's the link to my fundraising page, and it should take you there. We are almost halfway to my goal, which is crazy. I don't know where we'll be when this episode comes out, but my goal is 3,800, you guys, and truly it would mean so much to me. Money doesn't go to me. The money goes to Therapists Beyond Borders, supporting speech therapists, occupational therapists, physical therapists all around the world in underserved areas and disabled communities. So please go check it out so that people can get the care that they deserve.
And that brings us to myth number 10. The very last myth. If you're truly in love, it should feel effortless.
That it will be easy all the time. Lie.
Love is supposed to be hard.
Love
is supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. Like it's not. There are times where you will fall in love and it's so easy, but to create a relationship that truly matters, it is difficult. You have to go through the hard times. You have to be able to make it out of situations where a family member dies or something that goes wrong. Like, you have to be able to handle those very hard situations. And if you're happy all the time, if you don't bring up the hard conversations, there will be times where it's going to be a lot tougher.
See, I don't think love is hard. I think relationships are hard. The relationship that you have with somebody is hard. It's not the love itself. The love is there. Maybe when you say unconditional love, that's hard because, oh, I love you no matter what. That's hard because you either have to learn to accept things or the person has to change something.
It just takes effort.
Yeah. It just takes a lot of effort. It's not easy. So I still stand by that. I think relationships are hard. Love is that what I want to say? Just let me stop while I'm ahead. Relationships are hard, guys. But love, it shouldn't feel effortless because you do have to put in the effort and you have to put in the time, and you can't just expect to put no effort in and for things to get better. They'll either stay stagnant or they'll get worse. That makes sense.
So, like, all in all, marriage just takes effort. That's the whole purpose of this episode.
Can you give me some examples of times that we've put effort in?
Ooh, that's a good one, Hallie.
You're like, oh, I can't remember.
The biggest one I would say is whenever we have a disagreement, I put in the effort to really focus on what I did wrong and not let it happen again for at least 6 months, and then it happens again. Because I'm so irritating sometimes. I think the biggest thing that
you're getting irritated with yourself.
I think the biggest thing that I've worked on is my money habit. Remember, like, how, like, I look back to what I was doing in 2022. I was so strict on money. Like, I was like the money police in terms of, like, we were saving a ridiculous amount of money, and it had to happen no matter what. And I'm grateful for that I was that strict at the time. Like, I'm glad I did it, but I handled it wrong in terms of making our whole personality like, okay, we have to do this, we have to do this, we have to do this. Whereas if I had just like said, hey, like, this is automatic, like, this is what's going to happen, and then we actually enjoyed the money that we weren't saving, then I feel like we would have been in like a better state, because I made everything about money back then. And over time, I've gotten the ability to just stop thinking about it so much, saying yes to things more and all of those things. I think I was like the no man back then as well.
I would agree to that. But you have come such a long way, and I can see the effort that you've put in, and it means a lot to me that you have taken the time to recognize that maybe you didn't handle some things in the best way, and that you have learned from them, and that you're doing a lot better now. I think something that I have been working on for a long time is not getting as defensive towards you, because I used to just hate in general when we would talk about problems. So like, it would always just stress me out. And I think that kind of has carried on with me now that I am old. But that's been something that I've been working a lot on, because you have a lot of good perspective. And sometimes it's hard to see past that, because in my mind, like, everything is so chaotic. And so I don't love having hard conversations all the time. Granted, I don't think anyone does. But I've recognized in the past that I definitely do. Like, I'm quick to jump to like, well, like, what do you mean? Like, getting stressed out by it, because I hate when we have problems. And so I think now I just listen more and I just really take in what you have to say. I hate being defensive. Sometimes it's valid, because I can't, and I think it just comes from a place of, I don't understand what you're saying. Like, it seems like maybe it's a snowball effect of like, there was something that we could have talked about a long time ago, and then it turned into this. So then I'm like, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. And so it kind of comes from a place of confusion, but that's not an excuse. I've really tried to work on just listening to you and being calm about it.
Yeah, I truly think that there were times where I'm the kind of person who likes to argue. I want to debate. I want to get into these conversations with Hallie. And that is something that Hallie does not like. And so
I
she
hate
would
debating.
start to get really defensive of certain things. Whereas instead of having like a good conversation about it, like I like when she says like, no, I don't agree with you. Let's talk about it. But instead it would turn into, that's what I heard in my head. I'm so sorry, Hallie. I'm so sorry.
That's what you hear?
Yeah.
When you talk, I hear wah, 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 like that. Like Charlie Brown, that's what I hear. Sometimes I just tune you out and I'm like, who are we talking about?
Who are we talking about?
But all in all, I think, yeah, love and relationships should not feel effortless if you're doing it right. And I know I can say for sure, like, obviously I've talked about food a lot in this podcast, and it's one of my love languages is serving and giving food and pouring my love into food for other people and really treating our bodies and tasting good food and fueling ourselves. And I've really learned to, and this is like more for me too, that I've learned is putting effort into cooking good meals because I see how much we love it and how happy it makes us. And so that's just one other thing I wanted to say too, because is there anything else that you've put effort into that you really love?
I put effort into myself a lot more.
Yeah.
I think before I would just like, this is so crazy, but like in college, I cannot believe how little effort I put into myself because like in high school, you're forced to, like, you're not forced, but I was in cross country and track. So like every single day we would have a workout. Every single weekend we would have workouts. Like there would be something happening every single day. And then college happens and then you just like go into class and doing homework, going to class, doing homework. And like I wasn't eating right. I wasn't working out as much as I should have. I wasn't taking care of my body. And it really goes to show like what happens when you don't put effort in. And I completely changed that after probably getting married. I think after getting married, I really focused on health and wellness.
I think we were a good influence on each other in that way.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, those are all the myths, Hallie. Those are all the myths, everyone.
The myths.
And I think I want to hear from you on if you have any other marriage myths that we missed, or if you disagree with any of these. Let me know.
So K2 loves talking about disagreements.
Yeah, I do. I love it. And I'll have a conversation with you down below. So, Half Past Crew, we love you. We thank you for your support. And as always, we'll see you next Monday at Half Past Job.
Fist bump. Boop, boop. I couldn't stop laughing after I said spread the
It is 10:16 p.m. This was a great episode. I think we should do these more because nighttime is fun time.
It is, but again, like I'm kind of sleepy, but I'm loopy, so I think it's a little bit funnier.
Yeah, we had to bleep out half this episode.
No, we did not. You liar. You're a marriage myther.